Hi everyone, happy Halloween! It's the time of the year to be as scary as possible. But as a Plants vs Zombies YouTuber, I don't really have many options. I mean, zombies are scary, sure, but once you throw some plants in the equation, not so much. Unless... why don't we pay a visit to Game Jolt? You want to find something scary, that's the place to look. You see? Terrifying. And there's plenty of PvZ games on here. Some of them that attempt to be scary. The keyword being attempt. Let's go. So where to begin? Well, in one of my videos I talked about Nights with Peashooters, a FNAF style game with PvZ characters. That would fit right in with the theme of today's video, but I don't want to just repeat myself. If only there was another FNAF style PvZ game. That can't exist though, right? That would be weird. Peashooter Nights. Yeah. Believe it or not, there's two of these types of games. What a strange world we live in. Alright, well I never talked about this before. Let's try it. So this game has a few things that make it stand out from the other 50 billion FNAF clones. There's a lot of plants, so it definitely takes some time to learn all the mechanics. And also your doors and cameras have separate power sources, so you need to balance them both. But on the bright side, you can recharge your door power. There's even a shop where you can buy plushies that have special abilities to help you out. You can also buy facts from the Marigold shopkeeper. Wait a second. Five Nights at Sunflowers? Are you serious? I thought it was already strange that two of these games existed. Three? That's actually insane. Well anyways, what? Okay, fine. Five Nights at Sunflowers. This one is not really as ambitious as the last one. It has 4 plants that all act the same as the main 4 FNAF 1 animatronics. Same gameplay. Same building layout, although for whatever reason we have to survive until 8 AM instead of 6. In terms of new content, well there's a couple new game modes, there's a hard mode, as well as live time mode. What is that you ask? Well instead of surviving like usual, you have to last 8 real hours. Yeah, seriously. Since obviously your power wouldn't last that long, you have the ability to recharge it. Although you could even do it when the doors are closed, so don't think they thought this one through. Well whatever, that's that. All of the PvZ FNAF crossover games. Let's move on. Wait, no. No! There's more? Why is there more? FNAF and PvZ aren't even similar. I mean, I've seen weirder comparisons, but that doesn't justify this. Well, I guess I'm playing One Night at Mr. Pea's. So yeah, not too much to this one. There's only 2 enemies. You can look at the cameras, but it doesn't really help because you don't get any indication of how close they are to you. But instead of doors we have lasers. That's cool. Honestly, I'm just so baffled at how many FNAF clones with PvZ characters exist. I mean there's 3 in this video, 1 in my other video, and that's not even getting into stuff like Five Nights at Sunflowers 2. But forget it, okay? This was never supposed to be a FNAF fan games video, it's supposed to be about PvZ. So let's try something a lot more civilized, like Baldi's Basics. Okay, so this game here is called Plants vs Zombie School, Zombie 1.4.3 Baldi's Basics. Sounds great. So I've never actually played Baldi's Basics before, but how hard could it be? Let's give it a go. Okay, well, that sure was something. So I looked up Baldi's Basics to get a better idea, and it appears this game is just a reskin of it, but with Plants vs Zombies assets. They also make the doors the exact same texture as the wall, which is, pretty confusing. You know, I'm already missing the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Well, let's see what's next. Plants vs Zombies Zomboss Revenge. I don't really know what this is, but it looks promising, I think. This game is pretty dialogue heavy. One problem though, it's in Russian, so I guess that means I'm missing out on the story. Somehow I don't think it's anything too profound though. So we can walk around as the pea shooter. Don't know what my objective is, but eventually I find the sunflower. They have a little chat and, oh, a zombie. Wait, what? So it's an RPG, I guess. Why not? Well, afterwards we wander through a forest until, what is that, dog bones? Yeah, I guess dog bones start flowing down the river, And then end of alpha? Really? Well, nothing really happened. On to the next game, I guess. Time for Plants vs. Zombies Death Prey. This one is something special. Another Russian game, let's just see what happens. Scared yet? I know I'm scared. Not in the sense that it's a spooky game, I'm more so scared that this is what humanity has devolved to. So now I guess it's a platformer, and not a very good one. These might be the most abysmally terrible controls I've ever had the misfortune of using. Like, you use the arrow keys to move, right? But you can't jump unless you're in motion. So yeah, jumping straight up, not an option. Okay, so eventually we get pitted against this giant gray Peashooter, which, like, who even is that? I think it's a boss battle, but I have no idea how to deal damage. I can do this, though. This is starting to bring me back to those PvZ EXE games I was playing in my fan games video. Come to think of it, they were all in Russian, just like these. What is going on in Russia? Is this how they have fun over there? Well, I didn't want to have to do this, but we're gonna go down the rabbit hole that is PvZ EXE games. Sure, I played a couple, but there's way more than that. So let's speed through some, shall we? Not all of them though. I'm already losing my sanity from this video, let's not shatter it completely. First is PvZ EXE Fear of Plants. Starts off with a cutscene where this happens, and as usual it turns into a side-scroller. I don't know why all PvZ EXE games end up like this, probably because it's easier, I guess. And why do you jump so high? I didn't know Peashooter had hyper enabled. Okay, bad joke, but seriously, this jump is ridiculous. Also, one thing these games love to do is give you zero time to react. Like, look at this! I didn't know I had to trade my senses to peak human capability in order to play this game. Well, whatever. Let's see what other terrible games we have. PvZ Exe Operation. This one at least looks a bit better than the usual ones. Does it play better? Well, no. The jump is normal though, which makes it better than the last one. But these games always tend to be very precise with the controls. I also hate it when they make you control multiple characters at once. It doesn't make it easy to avoid things, like these damn seagulls! Okay, next is Plants vs. Zombies 3 EXE. The fun thing about this one is that when you die, you just get sent back to the main menu, which is always very disorienting. I also can't figure out what to do at this part, so next. PvZ Exe Rebrained. Interesting art style. And so unlike that game before where we jumped up the height of Mount Everest in a single bound, here we can barely even jump over a pebble. Also, we can shoot peas straight down, and the game over screen is extremely long, which made me not want to bother playing anymore. How are these games getting progressively worse? They weren't even good in the first place. We're just gonna have to call it here before I hurt somebody. Well, most of these games weren't good, and they sure weren't scary, but they were interesting at the very least. I hope this was a good enough Halloween present for you. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play some real games, like the Lego Movie Dating Sim. Thank you for watching. I've been Extra. Have a spooky rest of your day.